Thank you very much for that cheery note, clapping for my presence here and showing that you would have some interest in my presentation. No. When I talk about education, I really don't know where to start because I've lived with it and in it for the last 57 years now. And whenever I'm asked to speak, I naturally grow nostalgic. And I compare the days then and now. 57 years back, I taught at the University of Delhi. And I was in a college which is now risen to be the top college in the area of commerce. Things at that time were different in terms of relationship among the faculty, in terms of the pedagogies adopted, in terms of infrastructure, and in terms of where the students would go. In terms of the college and its management, as was mentioned here, it wasn't very different from what has been said in the sense that the college had its management, and I had the honor of being on the management of the college as a representative of the staff and also a representative of the student community, because I was an old student of that college. And as an old student, I enjoyed the support and patronage of my own teachers who were still teaching there. And therefore, to some extent, the life was sheltered. I wrote a book pretty early on a personal note, and it caught on and is selling even now. 50th edition, 50th year edition just came out now. And therefore I have a large number of secondary students, apart from those whom I taught at the college. I have a large number scattered all over who say they are my students because they read my book. I didn't know that I would cause such widespread damage. But it has happened. And therefore, I felt more responsible and more accountable. Well, college life at that time, basically as a teacher, meant some teaching and a good bit of leisure, which you could utilize either in the coffee house, and Delhi University had a couple of very good coffee houses on which I grew, or you could spend your time writing, reading, working in the library, or enjoying yourself, seeing those matinee movies and so forth. As life moved on, I got into the world of training, which was very different. In the world of training, hours were much longer. Discretionary time was relatively limited. Courses had to be devised, designed, and offered. Nominations had to be invited, and you had to be running after these nominations. A very different kind of life. But it taught me a lot, in the sense that the discipline of working in an institution, I think, was strengthened. Having shared these personal notes with you, let me come to the macro level picture of education in India. Education in India has been offered predominantly through the university medium. All of us, particularly of those times and even later, are products of the university system. And we take satisfaction in the fact that after all we have not done that badly. Many who hold positions today, and I also hold my own, and those who have done well in life are products of that system. But then we also need to recognize that we are products of a system which was certainly validated in the context of those times. And times have changed, and nobody could ever stop them.